Okay, okay, we'll start the session for today. As we have only three people, right? So we can have an interactive session. You guys can stop me and ask any questions you have, or else you want to have any discussions, or you have any other better approach. Okay, you can join there. I mean, sorry, you can say that one as well. Okay, and today mostly I will be focusing on just building resume. It's like I want to reach more people on that part. Like most of the students got to saying like they don't know how to create a resume and they need somebody's help. Okay, let me share my screen. So are you able to see my presentation, right, everyone? Cool. Okay. So previously I planned for 2 hours, but I'm guessing it's a little lengthy. So I mean students don't have that much patience and all. So I updated to 45 minutes and last 15 minutes we can have a healthy discussion between us. Okay. And okay, coming to me, right? I am working as a software engineer from past 9 years in Vizag itself. Okay. I'm just running this VizagStudents.com from past 2 years, but I'm very much active from past 2 months. I want to share something in 1 week. I want to share at least one post in that blog. You guys can go and read it, and I have made some videos in Python in VizagStudents.com, and recently I am started learning Python, so I'm just creating that stuff. Okay. I will always advise students who just entering into software, right? You guys always refer Udemy for any courses like YouTube or Google. You have so much information. And coming to this workshop also, you guys can Google it, but I already Googled some of the points and just mentioning today. Okay. There is no rocket science involved. Everything you can Google it. Okay. At the end of the day. Okay, this is our agenda like introduction, ATS, job description, important details, resume score, and active keywords. Sorry, that active verbs and summary. Okay, this workshop, we don't create any resume now, but you will see, what you will see is how we can build resume using different online resources which are available for us. And I want to stretch and important points while creating a resume. Okay, let me make some. Okay, and if you see this one, right, this workshop will help you learn how to construct a professional and customized resume that will help you stand out when applying for jobs. See, basically, some people what the mistake we already done, like I also done so many times. What we do is when there is a job role is available on LinkedIn or you see in some group or something, you just send resume whatever you have. Okay, maybe that resume created 6 months ago or 1 month ago or 1 year ago. You just add an attachment and say, "Hi, this is my resume. Please look into some blah blah blah." You will write some short story there. But people think like same resume will work for all the job openings. Okay, but that's not true. Here I mentioned customized resume, right? So each job requires set of a resume which required specific skills. For example, here some people what they will do is they know Java programming language and there is a openings for Python. Okay. So if you send a resume without mentioning Python in the content or wherever, nobody will select you because nobody treat you like this guy know Java, so he can manage in Python. The thing is, you have to mention few things about Python. At least there is a 1 week gap, right, between your interview and the resume, sending a resume, or sometimes it is more than 1 week. So you mention about Python there. At least you should mention about Python, and you should work on that programming language. Maybe you can go through YouTube videos like daily 1 hour that will give enough knowledge in Python. Okay, like what are the different variables and what are the different things you can do with Python. At least you need to You need to read about what are the different frameworks available in Python. You don't need to go into deep. At the time of the interview, you can say like, I know Java programming language up to this extent, and I know that these are the MVC frameworks used in Java and everything. And then you can mention about Python without getting a call, and getting a call, it's different scenario. Sometimes you will see, right, that guy don't even know knowledge, but he will excel in that interview, and he got selected, and he placed in a good package. Okay, that's why you should always worry about your resume, how is customized. Okay, simply, for example, who are available here, like Praveen is there and Sai Kiran is there. Okay, Praveen is just he's went to shop and doing the shopping and all. He's like specific colors. Maybe Sai Kiran don't like those specific colors. We are so specific about our shopping, like hardly we'll spend like 500 to 1000 rupees. Just think about a company which is spending more than 1 lakh per year. I'm just mentioning like you were just getting 6 month 6000 rupees. I'm just mentioning in that way. More than 1 lakh on the package, how much extent they will go, okay, while choosing a resume. Okay, that's the issue now. And another issue, we already know we are overqualified for all the jobs. Like there are only few jobs available, but we'll be like for 10 openings, we will get 1,000 applications nowadays. That's another issue. We cannot do anything for that. Okay. But what we have to do is you have to customize your resume. That's the only thing you can do to get an interview call. Forget about interview and forget about all the other aspects. Okay. That's why customized resume is very much important in everyone's job. Okay, coming to next topic, that is ATS, application tracking system. Okay, maybe while googling or you're reading about how to create resume and all, there will be some people mention about this ATS. ATS is nothing but actually why this created is, for example, you are getting a 10,000 job applications for a single job opening. So do you really need a recruiter or HR manager go through all the 10,000 resumes? It's not possible because there is only one opening. Maybe you think like this company has 2,000 employees, but all the 2,000 employees don't work on your resume. Only there are a set of people who have that requirement of one opening. They will work on that particular job. I mean, that particular applications. I mean to say here resumes. So, for example, I am the HR, I got 10,000 resumes. What I will do, what I need to do is I need to go through each and every resume and I need to tick, okay, this guy is suitable, suitable, suitable. Again, I got like another 200 resumes. Again, I need to sort it out. So that's a very lengthy process. So that's why some companies introduced this application tracking system. So what it will do is it will get your resume, maybe PDF or Word file or maybe text format or HTML format. It will it will take the input of the resume and it will process that resume and give some result, saying like this resume score is 20%, this resume score is 50%. I mean based on their job description. Okay, so this application tracking system will do the manual works or everything. I mean it will do the first set of jobs. It's like it will go through each and every resume. It will say like this is not suitable and this is not suitable. This guy is not suitable for this job. So after all things are completed, right, it will filter like, for example, HR want only 10 resumes out of 10,000. It will give 10 best resumes out of those 10,000. And then HR simply call to those guys and he will ask for an interview call and next process will start. That's why ATS or ATS score or ATS format, while checking online, right? You should consider this ATS tracking system reports as well. There are multiple websites available to get these scores and all. I will go through in next couple of slides. So you guys understand this? What is ATS, right? Anybody have any questions on this part? What is ATS and why we'll use that ATS? Okay. So is ATS is a software or what is that one? Mm, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Saikiran. I am just pointing it out at you. Okay. While I'm just telling about one more important point. When somebody asks a question, right, your answer should be short and sweet. Okay. My question is ATS is a software? Okay. Your answer should be yes, it's a software. You can mention about 1 to 2 points. Okay. I mean, never give lengthy answer in interview. What it will do is it will open up new questions for your job interview. Okay. You're going to different things, right? You will mention about unknowingly, you will mention about different things which you don't know. When recruiter or HR or the interviewer asks some questions, right? At the time, we will face some challenges. So keep it short and sweet, okay, while answering in interview. Maybe there is a case where he want you to explain about your project and all. That's at the time you have to discuss about all the topics which covered in the project. But when the questions about simple words like is it a software or is it a programming language or scripting language or Python is have OOPS concept or not, you just say yes, it's a OOP concept or and you mention what are the features it's there. Okay, I'm just taking your name, but it's applicable for each and everyone. Okay, and coming to presentation, yeah, we got few details about ATS. Okay, as I said, right, you don't create a resume now itself. Okay, just read about all the different aspects of resume for at least 3 to 4 days, then preparing your resume. At that time, you have any questions, right? You can just drop a message to. We already have a WhatsApp group, right? Or you can drop message there, or you can direct message me if you have any other things. So we can sort it out. Okay. And next thing, some important details I want to mention while creating a resume. Okay. Here the things are like, see, most of the what you call most of the freshers, okay, they don't mention most of these details. Some people miss their mobile number, and some people miss their LinkedIn profile, and some people miss their Skype ID for any video conference call, I mean video interviews and all. And some people, especially freshers, they will forget about this experience. Okay, why I'm mentioning is, for example, see, watch this particular slide. There are two mistakes in that one, in this slide. Okay, for example, I forget to mention about presentation title. I should say like a building workshop. Okay, resume building workshop, I should mention. I forgot this one. And also spelling mistakes. See, some people don't even check the grammar in that resume. That also plays major role. For example, it will send to some this software, right? There are three spelling mistakes. They simply reject that. I'm not saying they will reject, but they can simply reject that resume. Why? Because didn't even proofread his resume and all, so he's not a wealthy person for this job. They will think that way. Okay. And then coming to LinkedIn profile, this is where everyone should start their resume building. Okay. Don't start creating your resume. Okay. First, go to LinkedIn and create a new account and go through one by one steps which mentioned by LinkedIn and try to add all the LinkedIn sections there. Okay. Let me save my entire screen so that I mean, while creating a LinkedIn profile, right, there will be lot of profile sections. Try to maintain, try to add more profile sections there. I'm streaming and all, it's very slow. See, for example, if somebody came to your profile, right, they will see like what is the different technologies he is having and is there any certifications are available for this guy and what is his experience, is any skills and any recommendations and the courses or programming languages and projects, honors and awards and maybe at some place, right, you have to mention if you don't know how to add. For example, I have these certifications. Every time certificates give very good score while creating a resume. For example, there are everybody like if you see, right, Azure provide free certification and Google Cloud provide free certification. AWS will give free certification, and there are some other companies. I'm not about tech. I mean software companies, and there are other companies do internships. So please go and participate in that internships. Okay, you can regular college days, right? You can go for leave for 2 weeks. That's not an issue. Okay. Go for internships and get some work experience that will add to your job and your career. You will get some insights from that internship experiences. Okay. We're sure like there will be internships in Vizag Steel Plant for core, and also we'll have internships in most of the software companies as well. Okay, for example, if Infosys will be there, right? In Infosys career place, there will be internships. You can go and join there as well. And some of the things have online internships as well. Okay, but don't fool by the companies which will collect more money for the internship. Okay, some people do give certification. Okay, but for example, I also can give certification saying like this guy joined this workshop and all, but it's no use if the person or the one who don't know anything about the workshop and what are the tools we have used, and he just here and there he want to spend some time and get certificate, that's no use. Okay, so here my point is create a LinkedIn profile and all add all the different sections that will give weight to your career. If you want to add anything, right, you can click on add profile section and you can add that one as well. So these are the main things, and some people are missing. So we need to take care of these things. Okay, next comes job description. Read it multiple times. Why we are saying is job description plays a major role. For example, there is a opening. Okay, I mean there is a fresher opening for Java programming language. This guy prepared a resume while he's in BTech and he didn't mention about any programming language and he sent a resume and he's waiting for reply from the company. What will happen after a few days? If there is nothing in the resume, so he didn't get any call. Okay, simply he don't get any call from the company. So what it will do? It will create a negative impact on that person, saying like I sent these many resumes, I'm not getting any calls. They will get into some kind of depression. Okay, see, that's what you have to be patient. You have to create first, you have to create a resume. Okay, then you have to think about all the different things. For example, Virat Kohli, he scored like 50 odd runs today. Okay, but in the before the session he have to practice more, practice, then only he will play. For example, Pujara is there. He also very good cricketer, but he failed a few of the times, so he again go back to domestic and he played few matches there and he come back. So in the same way, you have to practice before sending a resume. Practice in the sense, you should know how to create a resume, and you should know what are the details you are mentioning in your resume. What are the details you're mentioning in resume? Where you will get all the details from the job description. Job description is the key to get the details. For example, I just sharing some screenshots of this job description. So I will pick one of you guys and I will ask one question. You can say like Naidu is there, right? Naidu. For example, by watching my screen, can you pick one word from this? Any one word. This is the job description for on-job training 3 months, hiring permanent role after successful completion of training. Anyone? Pick one word from this job description. First, you should unmute yourself, then you need to speak, okay? Or else I cannot hear you. Okay, let me do that, okay? For example, a full stack developer. First, I should know what is full stack developer. Do some research, okay? Then, okay, first you need to read this job description, okay? For example, this job description, hiring permanent role after successful completion of training. So they're saying they will give training and then they mention few details about that one. A full stack developer and job training position in idiomatrix learning. See, this is live one, okay? It's already posted in LinkedIn. From there I copied. So they want to maintain web applications, okay? And here they mentioned about web applications and they mentioned few details like creating and managing databases and server side code. For example, if you are completing engineering in past 2 years, you should have knowledge on Python and you should have knowledge on Java because you have labs and curriculum and everything. And then web applications. You will create a lot of web applications in HTML. There are some people having HTML as well. For example, you don't know about anything, just go to W3 schools. Okay. For example, core people, right? Just go to any of the company, okay, nearby companies and mention this like, I want to do internship in your company. It may be 1 day or 2 day or 3 days. That's not an issue, but I want to explore the things. Maybe you will fail on the first attempt. Maybe you don't get much connections there. Maybe you should try one more time with different friends and connections. So you will get at least you will get into that company and see what will be the happening. If you don't know, if you don't get that chance, you should interact with the people who are working in that company to get the insight. Go with pen and paper and ask few questions what you have. Directly go to the company and ask a few questions, so you will get some insights. Software people, it's very easy, okay, to get any information about any company. There will be a lot of reviews available and lot of LinkedIn profiles available, and there are a lot of friends already working in software company. That's very easy for them. But core companies, they need to do some hard work. Hard work or combined with say smart work. For example, you went to some company and you don't say like nobody is allowing me to do something in their company. Nobody will allow because that's very they will have protocols and everything. That's why you should interact with the people who are working in that company to get some insights, like what will happen there, what are the different steps you have. Maybe first ask like, you guys have any 20 minutes to have some, I have some question, I'm this studying. First you give some history about you, make them feel interested. For example, you guys joined this workshop, right? Why you guys are joined? Maybe you seen some, I posted in multiple platforms and I shared with multiple people and everyone. Finally, you are here. In the same way, you have to try. by visiting different companies. Then only you will get internships. You cannot simply sitting on home and I already sent an email, I'm waiting for the call. That won't work in most of the cases. So reach the people who are working so that your job will be very easy. So now my point is here we have to read the job description first. It may be, for example, coming to here, job responsibilities and job requirements. What is the job requirement? Bachelor, master degree in engineering, computer science, or equivalent experience. In your resume, you didn't mention about computer science. Nobody will pick your resume. In this case, you should mention about computer science engineering. That means CSE. If you mention CSE also, you don't get a job letter. Okay, why? Because maybe ATS maybe or may not be. It don't know about what is CSE or it don't know about ECE. So that's why you should mention about complete sentence there. Okay. In the same way, ex extensive experience in Python. So they want Python programmers. Okay, I'm not saying you have to fake your Python experience. What I am saying is work on Python for at least 1 week. If you work on Python for at least 1 week, you will get most of the info, like what are the different variables and what are the different sets and how to write a simple programming, how to create an array and how to do palindrome, just like you will learn in C. You can do all the things in 1 week, okay, just to get some basics. So after that, you can go for interview. At least you will feel some confident about what are the things. Maybe interviewer asking different questions, okay, on Python. Then explain yourself like. So after job interview, what are the things you have learned present there? Like these are the things I know in Python, or these are sorry, I'm using Python as the most of the example, but it will apply for all the different programming language, maybe internships also. For example, this guy asked why you don't have any experience. So I already went to a steel plant. I consulted 4 to 5 people there, and I got this kind of info. And I already mentioned in this particular blog about it. And this is the details. Maybe you print something within your certification there and show them. Okay, this is the result. This is the info I got from those companies, and these are the employees given this particular info. So that will make the interviewer understand you have that passion about that particular job role. Okay, that's how you need to present. If you say don't know for almost 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, at the end of the day, you don't know anything. Okay, now I'm go to LinkedIn. I'm searching for fresher jobs. I will pick one job opening here. Okay, and this is the job opening, and this is the low mandatory skill set, and this one. Okay, just copy this job description, paste it here. This one like monkeylen.com/word-cloud. Okay, this is the website. It will give some information. Okay, you can see that one. So I copied the job description. I'm just clicking on generate cloud. What it will do is it will gather all the information and it will give some details like what are the main things they want to know. Okay, first one is Linux. Okay, for this job interview, you should know about Linux program. Sorry, Linux operating system. See, if you want to be a programmer, or if you want to go into administrative side, or if you want to go to IT, I mean infrastructure side, you have to decide first, okay, while applying for jobs. Don't apply for all the job openings which are available in LinkedIn. Okay, make it sure like you can fit into that one. Okay, making sure first validate yourself like this job is worth for me or not, or you worth for that job or not. Have some that kind of valuation before applying for jobs. So what this cloud will do is it will give some information. For example, Linux is one of the major part, email service provider, and IP configuration, domain binding, and this is not required. For example, sometimes this also not work perfectly. At the time, you have to read multiple times. Okay, what they are mentioning. They want to have technical MySQL, Python, JavaScript. They want to have these things. Good, good English. That's okay. And then they are mentioning about Python, JavaScript, and Linux. And they want to mention about configuration of domain and IP configuration server via Linux. They're giving all these details, right? Pick some words, okay? Linux, JavaScript, and Python, and what I have IP domain binding. If you don't know, read about it, okay? If you read for 5 minutes, you will get some details. Maybe not for this interview, maybe next interview you will have some info in your hands. Maybe you will go to another one, software engineering professional. These are the responsibilities, okay? Too many responsibilities here, okay? Just copy it here. Where is that one? And click on generate cloud. See, there are no specific words here. At that time, you have to go and read that one. Why I'm mentioning about reading job description, right? In your resume, you have to place the words which are there in job description. For example, they are mentioning different words in your resume, different words in your job description. Then you have to mention the details in your resume. Okay. For example, if I am applying for this particular job, okay, I'm just applying for this particular job. See, bachelor master degree in engineering, I should mention about my college degrees and all, okay, and what is the percentage and grade I got. This is a fresher job opening, okay, and there that's why they mentioned first they want to have a bachelor degree, and then at least 3+ years of experience as a software engineer. I don't know how the fresher will get 3+ years of experience, but you will get it. How? If you do some internships, you can mention that as an experience, not as a software engineer, but it will give some insights about you. Like internships, you have to mention internships while applying these kind of jobs. Okay, and then extensive experience in Python. Sorry, I copied wrong one. I don't think this is the fresher one. Okay, this is yeah, this is the fresher. Okay, so here what they are expecting is they want to get some resumes. Then they will filter out based on the programming language experience. If they already have a front end programming, for example, they got 10 resumes, okay? In 10 resumes, they got like 5 resumes having full stack. They will call directly those full stack developers. They don't need other five. Okay, that's how the industry works. So that's why you have to decide you want to work in a main stack or main stack, or you want to work in Java, or you want to work in Python. I mean, Java, Python, and all these kind of all are similar kind of things. Programming is similar, but coming to mean stack and all, that's completely different. You have to learn database, and you have to learn some frameworks, and you have to learn some JavaScript and everything. So first decide what are the different jobs available and what are the main. For example, there are so many streams in software. Okay, you cannot apply for all the software streams. For example, you are in BTech or this one, you can apply for all the jobs, not an issue. Based on degree only, you will get the jobs. After getting, after 1 year, after BTech 1 year, you didn't get a single job offer. What you have to do in 1 year, you have to improve your skill set. If you don't improve skill set, nobody will call for an interview. Why? Because there are already people who are doing multiple things in their BTech projects itself. They're doing face recognition, they're doing robotic, they're doing all kind of things. Okay. If you don't do anything, I just have a BTech degree with 80%, that won't work in 2023. Okay. That's for sure. So first read the job description. I'm simply saying read the job description and work on the job description for this first 1 week, and then send a resume. Okay, then you maybe chances are more. Okay, if you don't read job description and simply sending a resume, that won't work. and keep resume updated maybe at least 1 month. Every 1 month update that resume. Maybe I don't know. For example, if I created a software, right, I will check that PDF date, PDF or Word file date, generated date. Every file have a date will be there. Okay, file generated in 2023 or 2022. For example, I got a resume which is updated in 2000. Okay, 2002 or 2003. Then the point is, in past 10 years, he never updated that particular resume. You got my point. So in past 10 years, he didn't update his resume, he just sent whatever is available in that case. Okay. So you have to update your resume. That also have more major chances. Next point is resume score. Resume score means how you will get more weight in your resume. First one is quantifying the impact. Okay. What is meant by quantifying? For example, there will be difference. Okay. For example, how many you completed, you mentioned something like I have done a main project in our BTech. Okay, so and so technology and so and so programming language I use, and this is this and that everything. You mentioned about everything. Okay, but you never mentioned any numbers there. Okay, numbers means how many people done the project and how many days the project went, how many technologies you have used. For example, if I mention something like 15 members completed that project in 45 days, we spent like we worked on two different programming languages and we created 30 services or APIs, and we created 100 tables there. So that impact will be different. Okay, so people will think, right? Okay, he know how to create a table, and they're working on a different 15 members means there will be coordination. How the things got worked, how that shifting got, sorry, how the 15 people collaborated and completed that work, how the tasks are divided, and what is your role in that particular thing. If you explain in this way, the impact will be more. Instead of mentioning about, some people will just what they will do is they will go to that record book which they created for their academics and copy the first paragraph and put it in their resume. Okay, I have done the same thing after my BTech. Okay, so don't do that mistake. Just work on that one. Quantify things. Mention like a bullet points. Don't mention like a paragraph. Mention like a bullet points. Like what are the five main things which you have done in that project. For example, you created some neural network using JavaScript or Java programming language or Python. That will be give more things. And how many people? Like 5 members completed this project. And quantify each and everything. Like 30 APIs we created. Okay, 30 APS means 30 different endpoints. So quantify the things. What are the things you do, right? Quantifying the thing. For example, simply like why people worried about COVID? Why? Because the number. When somebody say like 3 people got infected in your apartment and 10 people got impacted in your apartment, 20 people got impacted. For example, if you simply say some people got COVID in my apartment is different. Apartment in the sense entire call. I mean, for example, Paranama Hills is there in Vizag. In that entire like 20, some people got COVID is different, and 100 people got COVID is different. Quantifying the things create more impact to anything. And the second one is repetition. Some people say like, for example, every time I'm using this word, right? Like. That's a common word for me. In the same way, some people writing the things, right? I working on, I worked on that one, I worked in this one, I worked on that one. Every time he will start with I or work or developing, I'm developing these things. Repetition in your resume also should be avoided. Use different words regarding that particular thing. For example, There is a website called resumeworded.com. You can upload resume and you will get some details. Like these are the words it's highlighted, saying like these are the things are repeated in that word. So go and use this particular website, resumeworded.com. So you will get to know what are the different mistakes you are doing in your resume. For example, I uploaded one of the resume and it's that resume got 31% overall score. That's too bad. Okay. So make it 60 or 50. And one more thing, don't worry about scores every time. Okay. These scores are there to guide you. Okay. But don't make like updating resume. That will lose the entire impact. Okay. So use it wisely up to some extent. Okay. Not dependent on that one. And next one is weak action verbs. Something like some people use buzzwords. Buzzwords in the sense like I got successfully completed this project. I am better than anyone. And some people mention their hobbies like I'm listening to music and watching cricket and playing chess. I know I am listening music. These kind of right? They don't add any value to your resume unless you are a singer and everything. Okay, you are applying for a professional and corporate jobs, and you are saying your hobby is listening to music. That don't add any value. Okay, remove all kind of these kind of buzzwords from your resume. Keep it simple, clean, and perfect. Okay, and then dates, time, numbers, versions. Some people do this thing, okay? Dates. At the start, they will mention about month, date, and year. At the end of the story, they will mention date, year, month. I mean, they do whatever the format they want. Okay, that also not good. And also timing. Some people mention the timing in the same way. In 24 hours, we can complete this one, and 2 hours, we can complete this one. And also, some people will say, I come I completed this work from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I mean, these simple mistakes, don't do that one. They don't look good, okay, in your resume. And numbers. And numberings also should be like, I mean to say, for example, there are 1 lakh people, you can say 1 lakh. No need to mention 1000000. It don't look good. Okay, you should mention 1 lakh. That will sounded very good. But don't mention like 1 lakh 30. For example, you completed like um, 200 231 APIs in your project. No need to mention 231. You can mention 200 plus APIs. That will be professional and that will be rounded value will be looks good. And coming to versions as well. You're learning Java programming, okay? You don't need to mention like Java 1.8, JDK 1.8, JDK 1.6, PyCharm 5.0.3, or NetBeans 7.1.3. No need to mention that one. You can mention NetBeans. It's a IDE. You can mention about it. And Eclipse you can mention. Eclipse Juno you can mention, but Eclipse Juno 2.3, no need of those versions also. And Active Voice, we'll discuss that later. And this is the resumeworded.com. You can directly go to this one website. It's free up to some extent, okay? Up to some extent it's free. You just need to upload your resume and it will give the details. But don't rely on this one. Why we need to use, right? It will and it will give some details about these kind of things, okay? For example, I am doing this one. Develop. I am using multiple times. And understanding I am using multiple times. Instead of that, you can go for another word that will make your life easy. Some of the words we can do, these are the active verbs we are talking about. Improving something and led a project and created something and managed a team or researched. We can mention different things. For example, modified, updating, modified. You can mention where it is updated, where you need to use, and where you need to use modified and customized. For example, there is a framework available in GitHub. You are doing some changes to that particular framework. You can mention that one as customized. customized for your API, okay, or redefined. You can have these kind of words, right? Give an impact. And for example, this one, mm, I planned something. You plan something. You in the project, you plan something to get this kind of thing. So that's why you got this much promotion and all. You can mention these kind of things. Inspired, regulated, visit, developed, launched, mentored. These are the few words you can use in your resume that will give some impact. These called active verbs in resume. And finally, some websites to help. Okay, these are the some websites like topresume.com, resumeworld.com, and the ladders, skill roads. jt.com is very good for creating your resume from scratch. Flow CV is also good, and kick resume is also good. You can, for example, you have friends, right? Maybe college people, there are like 50 members will be there, okay? Kick resume subscription hardly cost like 5 into 6 3000 rupees. For example, one guy take a kick resume subscription and you can create a multiple resume templates and you can share it with friends. Okay, that's also you can do. Maybe five people club together and use that resume and everything. Just like you guys use Netflix, Hotstar, and everything, you can use it in the same way. Some people say it's very too much pricey, but these things worth. Okay, after some time, these things worth. That's why you have to use these kind of websites. Don't pay for all the websites. You can pay for some of the one website is enough. Okay, I hardly recommend. Morely, I will recommend this Kick Resume. It's a very good website. Maybe after that, you can try Flow CV. And at the another time, like we have, you can create resume in your Google Drive also. Okay, in Google Docs also there are a lot of resume templates, and also in your Microsoft Word also there will be a lot of templates. Okay, okay, that's how we can end this session. And finally, we came to questions. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can directly ask me here.